Good morning and welcome to the Ukraine. Yes, Rocket Travels is in the Ukraine. The Ukraine is open for tourism in designated areas. I'm here to support tourism. I've done my research and yes, the country is open. I'm going to do a walk and talk with this vlog about my journey into Ukraine and my experience here. I'm going to do 2 or 3 vlogs. This one's going to be a walk and talk just about my journey into Ukraine, my experience crossing the border, first impressions. Yes, Ukraine is open for tourism. Don't be put off by the propaganda on TV. All you'll see on TV is the conflict on the front with Russia. I'm in a place called Lviv, absolutely glorious, stunning place. Amazing morning, the sun is banging through. The weather has been a bit choice over the last couple of days. Yes, I'm in Lviv, absolutely stunning, beautiful city. I'm going to tell my little tale on how I got to Ukraine from Poland. Now, let's turn it around. You don't want to see me all the time. Yes, I'm making my, if you're not watching my channel before, I'm making my way through Europe. I started off in Harwich in the UK, making my way back home to Thailand, which is where I live now. It is my home, and I decided because I love traveling so much to experience Europe on the way back as a bit of an adventure, a bit of fun, and good for my channel to show people places you probably wouldn't think of going. Also pushes your boundaries, builds up your confidence, makes you a better person. That's what I believe. So I've come down to what they call Rhinoc Square. It is lined with these beautiful buildings, below of which there are various bars, restaurants, cafeterias, little food outlets. Now I'm going to tell my little story. This is walk and talk on my experience from leaving Poland to arriving in the Ukraine. Now I left Poland yesterday, the 29th of December, about 9:20 in the morning. I used a Flixbus. I've been using Flixbus. Very convenient. Travel times are good. The trains is another option. You can basically travel if you've got your own transport. Obviously you can take that, but I do believe that you'll have long waits at the border with the bus and train. You kind of prioritised. When we arrived at the border on the bus, we were ushered straight through in a separate lane, and there wasn't any other buses there. In fact, the border was very quiet. Now the bus from Poland, from Krakow, it was about 2.5 hours to the border. The weather was atrocious. There was a really dense fog mist sitting all over this part of Eastern Europe. Yes, so I couldn't filming yesterday wasn't an option. I could not film my journey. You know, there's guys on the bus that were basically volunteering or working or living in Ukraine, and yeah, they don't want some YouTuber barking and yapping a load of rabble on the bus. And especially with the border crossing, seriously no filming. Really no filming. It was one of the most serious border crossings I have ever done in my life. I've done a few. This one was yeah, it was like, you know, you see things on TV and films and stuff. It was a little bit like that. Anyway, we left Krakow And yeah, really quiet, really reserved ambience on the bus. Now the journey, it was good, the journey. In fact, I will disclose now, I was sat on the bus, and of course everybody was either speaking Polish or Ukrainian. There was very, very little, probably zero English from what I knew spoken by people on the bus. We cannot go this way because of the sun. Problems. It's so sunny today, and getting problems with quality of a picture. So we're just going to walk up and around this square because it's walk and talk. Yes, there was a guy sat next to me, and he had an army rucksack with him. I just thought he was Ukrainian military, and then all of a sudden, when we got to the border, he started speaking English. I'll tell you a bit more about it in a minute, but I'll talk about approaching the border. Yes, approaching the border. As we drove through Poland, the traffic became less and less and less. Towards the end, it was just like the bus. It was just like empty road in front of us, and you started to get the feeling that you were actually going somewhere really serious. Serious travelling. Yeah, closer we got to the border, less and less traffic on the road. When we arrived at the border, it wasn't that busy. The English guy next to me explained that he had a friend cross the border last week, and it took over 20 hours. And I've seen a few other YouTube clips and read a few blogs, people suggesting 3.5 to 4 hours wait at the border. So I was prepared for a long wait. Approaching the border, things just changed. You know, from being in Poland, you don't see any military presence. You do see a few police cars about. As soon as you get to the border, there's police, there's military, there's border control. Yeah, the reality hit home that you're actually going somewhere where there's a serious conflict. What can I say? Yes, I was pretty chilled. I didn't have any concern. I've got no concerns about being in Ukraine. As you'll discover from my vlogs, it is a very, very visitable country, and it is open for tourism. Don't let anybody else let you think that it isn't. Obviously there's certain areas you wouldn't go to. The process of going through security, border control, yes, when the bus pulled up, you're on the Polish side, obviously. You go through various traffic management systems, because there is yeah, traffic does get stopped there, obviously. So sometimes there is a big tailback either side of the border. Yes, the coach pulled up, the bus pulled up on the Polish side, and after about 20 minutes the bus was boarded by Polish border control, armed as well. They took everybody's passports. We stayed on the bus, they took all our passports, and then after about 20-30 minutes, these are approximate times, wait, the passports were returned, all stamped. We didn't have to de-embark the bus. Now I didn't have an entry stamp into Poland because I crossed on the bus on a soft crossing, i.e. no border control. So they basically put a stamp, an entry stamp in my passport, just kind of made it up. They put the 22nd of December, which wasn't the date. I was in Amsterdam on the 22nd. So they kind of just looked at me entry stamp from Amsterdam, and I kind of worked out a date and stamped it. So yeah, so that was all cool. Yeah, we're all aboard the bus, didn't disembark. And then the bus moved to the Ukrainian border control. It was literally like about a minute, less than a minute. They are very, very connected, very close together. And this is where things changed. There was military, there was police, and there was border control, all armed. with you know, army style checkpoints and facilities on the border crossing. Now we had to disembark the bus here. When we disembarked the bus, they sent sniffer dogs on the bus to check the bus. We didn't see that. We were in the terminal, in the border control terminal, and we went through this time. We handed our passport over to passport control, and we were stamped into the Ukraine. The guy in front of me, the English guy, he got questioned, but he had a military Ukrainian military pass, and they were very, very pleased to see him, and they were shaking his hand and greeted him with big smiles. Yeah, and he went through, and I went through without any questions. We got back on the bus, and we entered into Ukraine. It was a very, very simple, very easy process. There was no dramas, no issues. Felt perfectly safe. You know, around these people, you do feel safe. If those guys weren't there, then maybe you wouldn't feel safe. But yeah, we headed off from there into Ukraine and on our way to Lviv. Wow, that sun is banging in. Don't know if I can even see myself. Yeah, it's very, very sunny this morning. Yes, I'm going to go over a few things with the entry to Ukraine. When I'd done my research, you go to the UK government website and various other forms, you know, requirements, entry requirements into the Ukraine, especially during the current conflict. And so what did I do? I took screenshots of everything on my phone in case I didn't get any Wi-Fi. I'll go into all that in a bit. But yeah, I took screenshots of my passport, my accommodation, my bus ticket, and my onward journey ticket as well. Now, they didn't ask for any of them. Obviously checked my passport, but they didn't require any other documents. There also is a suggestion you have to show proof of funds. I wasn't required to do any of that. Now, something I did do just in case, and not just in case, as a safety measure for myself, I took out extra insurance. Now, with the insurance, you have to have your UK or your Western normal everyday holiday cover won't cover you for a trip to Ukraine. So what I done is I visited a website called Visit Ukraine, and that sun is banging, isn't it? Should we go down here back to the square? Yeah, there's a website, I will bang it up in the description. There's a website, it's called Visit Ukraine. You go on there, you can get Ukrainian war risk travel insurance. I think for the 4 days, I got it for 4 days. I think I'm here 3 days, but 3.5 days. And yes, I got war risk insurance on top of my normal travel insurance. The cost of that was about 14 euros for the 4 days, so it's no big deal. So yeah, I felt that it was the right thing to do. I'm sure everyone else will agree. So that was it, document wise, my experience getting in. I don't think there's anything else to cover. The dramas. Yes, there was a few dramas on arrival to Lviv. Wi-Fi. My eSIM doesn't work here, which was a little bit of a problem because I didn't know where I was going. So how I overcome that problem was to just go to a bar. I had a glass of wine, which cost me a lot of money. I must have gone to the most expensive wine bar in Lviv. And I don't know who this guy is. We'll find all this out later. Yes, my problem with accommodation. Something I didn't realise, and I don't know if anyone else realised, but it's might be helpful to anyone who's thinking of coming to Ukraine now or in the future. Hopefully when the conflict's over, their tourist industry will regather pace. But yes, when you book a hotel or guest house or apartment, I'm in an apartment, you have to pay. I pretty much book all my accommodation through booking.com. Now when you normally book through booking.com, they either take payment or you pay at the property. Now it's a little bit different in the Ukraine. Wish I bought my shades, the sun is killing me, man. Yes, it's a little bit different in the Ukraine. They send you a message with a link to pay. Now the link is sent in Ukrainian, so I didn't have a clue what they were saying. So when I got my Wi-Fi, and I messaged the apartment, the guest house, hotel, whichever you want to call it. Wow, look at this place. What's in there, look? Anyway, getting distracted. When I sent them a message, and they sent back a message saying my booking had been cancelled because I hadn't made a payment. So I'm in Lviv, in the Ukraine, under their current circumstances, with nowhere to stay. So I've contacted them again. To be quite honest, I was very, very lucky. Whoever was receiving the messages was constant on the message, so you didn't have to wait like days to receive receive a message or get your messages read. So she was on the ball. So what I'd done is, their apartments were empty, so I negotiated. I booked another stay with them through booking.com. But what I'd done is I arranged to meet them at the property, and I paid cash. So I was in, I had my accommodation. So I was so happy. I was like, I'm in the Ukraine, I've got nowhere to stay, I've got no Wi-Fi. And I think sometimes it just goes like that. That's travel, especially when you're doing, I wouldn't call it extreme travel, what I'm doing now. Anyone can do this. Well, I've got to get out of that sun. That sun is banging, man. Wow, right, let's go over here. We've got to be a little bit careful. There are tram lines everywhere and trams everywhere. So yeah, I was in, and from there, yeah, I managed. There was a phone shop next door to my accommodation, so I managed to get my SIM. So I got my SIM, and that's all good. I got my Wi-Fi, and then I went out and got something to eat. I got a bottle of wine. I had a night in last night because it was getting late. It was like getting up to nearly 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock by the time I settled down, had something to eat. And yeah, so that was like a little journey. And then I woke up this morning full of beans and full of joy to bring you my vlog on my journey into or arriving in the Ukraine. My first impressions of Ukraine are absolutely amazing. People are going about their everyday business. All the shops are open. I've noticed with some of the shops and restaurants, they have generators outside. I did mean to show you, I will show you later on, some of the monuments and some of the churches and prestigious important buildings are boarded up, and that is just in case there is an airstrike. Now Lviv has had one airstrike. I think the strike was on the train station. They do have air raid shelters, and they have sirens. I haven't heard or seen anything since I've been here, but obviously it's a little bit of a different experience, so you do have to have your wits around you. Just coming down into the square area again. I am trying to stick a little bit into the tourist areas. My experience in Berlin has taught me to stay around the tourist areas when I've got my camera out. It does seem a lot more safer. Obviously I'm not going to go off into the back streets like I would do in other countries, so I'm being super sensible. But as you can see, yeah, all the shops are open. There's actually a little, I shouldn't be showing you all this now, I should be showing you later. Over there's like a little cherry brandy store. The tourist shops are open. I'm going in for my fridge magnet. So it's my 4th country that I've visited. Hello, how you doing? There you go, lovely people of Ukraine. Thank you very much for saying hello. Yeah, lovely lady saying hello. The people here are actually really cool. Oh, sir. I just said hello to this big burly policeman. He's nodded his head. So yeah, I'm not getting any grief for filming. It is vlogging friendly. There are some things that I'm avoiding. There are some military things. There is a military presence in Lviv, although it is I don't know how I'm going to work out how many miles it is away from the front, the war front with Russia, but it is hundreds of miles. I am literally just over the border from Poland, so I'm not going to take any silly risks. I mean, the capital Kiev, I'm not going down there. I think they subject to more air raid attacks, so I am being a little bit sensible, and a lot of these visits are flash visits, but I am so happy and that I've decided to come to the Ukraine, and I'm really excited to show people, and I hope people watch this vlog. You know, you watch TV, you see all the drama on TV with the war. They never ever show you this side of the Ukraine, and life is pretty much going on as normal. You know, you'd expect, you know, people not to be on the streets and shops shut and stuff. It's not the case. It is, you know, life goes on, and like I said before, I'm here to support tourism in Ukraine. I think they, you know, if you don't do these, the people like me don't come to places like Ukraine when they have conflicts, then you know, tourism suffers. The hotel suffers, the restaurants, the bars suffer, and even the fridge magnet sales go down. On a jovial note, I'm going to have a little bit of fun. You know, it's not all going to be serious, you know, because like I said, life does go on. So right, so I think I've covered everything. Yes, I'm going to get myself something to eat, some breakfast. It's gone 11 o'clock now, so I'm a little bit hungry. I'm just going to show you, we're just going to do a couple more things. I'm just going to show you what's in front of me. I'll show you the church and all boarded up. There is also, which is interesting, some guy here with his trolley offering city tours. So they must still have some form of tourism here in Lviv. Okay, I just wanted to show you how serious things are here, even though there isn't any risk. It's a low risk area, I should say. But here you have like the local church, and as you can see, all the windows are boarded up, and the monuments are all wrapped up and put in cages to protect them, just in case the war progressed and there was some kind of bombing in this area. Just going to go around here and show you the boarded up. I'm not too sure what this building is. They're all buildings of interest, historical buildings. As you can see, I would imagine behind the boardings there are some kind of stained glass or glass that needs to be protected. Okay, I found myself somewhere for breakfast, and it's a late breakfast. It's nearly 12 o'clock now, so I'm having a cheeky Pilsner. They do have in this place I am. I will put the link in the description because it is absolutely amazing. Can't show you all around. There's loads of copyright music, but I'll show you my cheeky Pilsner. Very nice. And I've ordered. It's a burger bar. So, but the burgers are like really like specialist burgers. Check this out. Look. That is a serious burger. Plus also they have this big, I don't really do cheese, they have this big bowl of cheese which you basically dip your chips in. I say I don't do cheese, but we'll give it a go, why not? When in Rome, it's okay. These glasses are going pear-shaped. Burger, check out the burger. The burger is huge, man. Look at that for a burger. Wow. That is, you know, when you see the advertisement for burgers in McDonald's, they look really great, and then when you get them, they don't look so good. But that is a proper burger. I need some proper glasses. So I'm going to enjoy my brunch. Is that what you'd call it? Late breakfast. Yeah, you'd call it brunch, wouldn't you? So this will probably be my main meal of the day. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm loving Lviv. Ukraine is superb. It's a lovely place. As you can see from the vlog, everything is cool. What are we doing? Yeah, so I'm going to end the vlog here actually. So I've had an amazing time in Lviv, in Ukraine. I'm going to enjoy my breakfast. Next up, we're going to do some walk arounds the streets of Lviv and show you the shops, the restaurants, the bars, the streets, the attractions. There is a big monument up the road. These glasses are coming off. Anyway, you get the picture. We're going to be doing various vlogs. I'm also here for the New Year, so hopefully we're going to be filming the New Year celebrations in Lviv. See how the Ukrainian people celebrate New Year, and that should be really cool. So I'm waffling as usual. I hope you've enjoyed this vlog and my story on my journey to Lviv in the Ukraine, and it's all good. Like I say, it's all open for tourism, and it's a really cool place. So from Rocket Travels, we'll see you in the next vlog. Over and out. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your support as well. Thank you.